That's more like it.
Hello there, gaming aficionados. Welcome to At First Glance, a blazing preview on Outcast A New Beginning, where we'll be taking a look at the upcoming open-world adventure game from Appeal Studios based out of Charleroi in Belgium. Outcast A New Beginning serves as a long-awaited sequel to one of the forefathers of the open-world gaming genre with Outcast that came out back in 1999. With the reacquisition of the rights to the IP by the original developers, we got a decent remake to the original game back in 2017 with the promise of a sequel. And here we are in 2024 awaiting the release of Outcast A New Beginning on March 15th for current-gen consoles and PC. In Outcast, you play as Cutter Slade. The original protagonist returns thanks to the resurrection by the almighty Yods and finds the Talan race enslaved, the world being stripped of its natural resources by an evil robot army. It's up to you as the player to weaken the enemy forces by halting their atrocious activities on Adelpha and saving the Talans and their planet by restoring the life of the fauna and flora alike on the Talan planet. If you'd like to get a taste of what the game has to offer, there is a demo available currently on both consoles and PC for you to explore the gameplay mechanics and get a hint of how planet-saving missions take form in Outcast A New Beginning. The demo provides you with 3 slices of gameplay to choose from: open world exploration, story, or combat. As a whole, each section of the demo provides a brief introduction to how you can navigate your environment with the admittedly awesome jetpack that eventually allows you to triple jump, dodge, hover, and even glide across the open world environment. Not to mention keeping you from all sorts of fall damage. The jetpack can also serve as your means of traversal with its quick traversal mode upon hitting the shoulder buttons on your controller or the equivalent hotkey on your keyboard. This even allows you to mark a location on the map and travel to it following the roads without it requiring your input, so you can look around and enjoy the scenery in the meantime. Unless you're ambushed by enemies, of course. The game promises an expansive weapon customization system where you can attach multiple different modules to your initial weapons to turn them from a single-shot handgun or rifle to a cluster bomb shooting grenade launcher or even a shotgun with explosive rounds on impact. This ensures that you can happily stick to your favorite method of dispatching foes while you're saving the planet one scrapped robot at a time. Once you start exploring, you'll run into Talans that will need help with freeing their village, and in return for your efforts, small and grand, you'll be rewarded with Talan powers that use forces of nature to destroy enemies. These quests can range from major firefights to simply teaching the Talans better methods of fishing, or simply helping them hunt wildlife to provide sustenance to their village inhabitants. Outcast A New Beginning promises an open world without boundaries with a non-linear storyline where you'll discover hidden temples and dangerous wildlife while experiencing a beautiful handcrafted world accompanied by an epic soundtrack by the Outcast's original composer, Lenny Moore. Graphically, Outcast A New Beginning doesn't really break the mold, but it does, however, deliver a very serviceable graphical quality to take you on a fantastical journey on an alien planet that will hopefully stay with you for a long time to come, much like the original Outcast game. The developers clearly trust in their ability to deliver a believable world, so much so that they released the demo a full month prior to the release of their game on March 15th, 2024. From in-air combat to deep-sea diving, the game pulls off a lot of what it sets out to do without breaking a sweat. You could take a walk down from atop of the mountains, through Adelpha's dense forests, down to the fishing villages of the Talans, and all the way to the bottom of its waters without a single hitch in the game's performance. Even during combat, the game remains stable and fairly interesting with the enemy variety on display, from walking sentry turrets to weaponized drones pestering you from above. It looks like you'll be taking your array of weaponry and otherworldly tools up against the alien invaders of Adelpha and have a genuinely fun time doing it. I myself am very much looking forward to the game's open world and what it will be offering in terms of memorable discoveries and stories. On top of all that, I expect the satisfying combat abilities and traversal mechanics to be the boon of Outcast A New Beginning. Also, as a reminder, right now on Steam, you'll find that Outcast Second Contact, the remake of the original Outcast from 1999, is on sale for 90% off and very much worth it for the asking price that it's on now. So give that a shot and let me know if you'll be following up with the sequel coming out on the 15th of March. So, do expect a full review after the game's launch to get my thoughts on how the experience holds up in the realm of open world games that we've grown to love over the past decade, and whether or not Outcast A New Beginning will be worth your time. Alright you guys, that's gonna do it for this at first glance Blazing Preview. Let me know if you'll also be picking up Outcast A New Beginning in the comments below. And more importantly, what you are looking forward to the most. Is it the Mass Effect-like combat, the open world exploration, or simply getting to go back to Adelpha and know more about the culture of the Talans? Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to set that like button ablaze. And I will see you in the next one.